I would like to talk about Saints Row.
I'm a walking murder party.
Hello and welcome to a new series that we're trying out on the channel. We're calling them 5-hour reviews, where we pick a game, we play it for 5 hours, we write down all our deepest, darkest feelings, and then we create a little amusing little YouTube video for you. You know, just with the idea of answering a question: will we keep playing? Is 5 hours an entirely arbitrary amount of time? Definitely. Is it even long enough to decide if a game is good or not? Probably not. No. Are we going to keep going anyway? Yeah, absolutely. So there's a couple of bits I want to clear up with this. I bought this game with my own money, so it's not like Volition have got in contact and said, hey, write us a really nice review about Saints Row, please. There's no company in the world that would probably do that, to be honest, on account of we don't have enough pull. But if they're willing to try, willing to listen. The upside to this is all the opinions presented in this video are my own. So yeah, if you've got any problems with it, please give me a shout, comments. Give us some comments, have a go at me. Tell me why I'm wrong. Or don't, whatever you want to do. So if you enjoy morally ambiguous offers of implied monetary value, then why not hit subscribe? Like, if you like that sort of thing, you might enjoy being, you know, a part of the BritTwits subscription family. You know, you might get rich. Who knows? I don't. Subscribe, please. So now that's all out of the way. Let's try and keep this down to 5 minutes, shall we? Right, Saints Row. So this one isn't a remaster, it isn't a re-release, it's a reboot. It's a full-on reboot. You're starting from fresh. You know, you're rebuilding from the ground up again, just like we did in Saints Row 1. Back when the game was, you know, criticized for being a Grand Theft Auto clone, which we can't even say it's that anymore. Because it's just not. No longer are you the superhuman leader of the free world, the President of the United States. You're backed as just being a regular Joe with a gun, which is... yeah. I guess it's kind of hard to escalate from flying around, having superpowers and fun gameplay from a good game like Saints Row 4.
Cancer had a good run, but it's time to put it down.
Good choice.
I'm your #1 fan!
Nice work, Oleg.
Let's start again, I suppose. So the game starts out with a big party at the Saints HQ, and this is where we get to the best part of all Saints Row games: character creation. One of the first things I notice, actually, is in the character creation, is the lack of a Cockney voice. So I have a question for that Volition. Volition, if you're listening, what the f***? Where is it? It was there since the beginning. Why have you taken this from me? All right, this is all right. I say, read my lips. Read my lips. See this? Not happy. Not happy.
We do big things here. Hope you're ready.
The obligatory chest and groin sliders are there, though, so you can, you know, have fun with that. Now, I normally would take a lot more time in the character generator because I find them a lot of fun, but I've got a 5-hour time limit, so I quickly rushed through it and I gave my guy some big old sideburns and some massively long ragged hair. You know, pretty standard stuff. As a little ode to Def Shepherd, I gave him a prosthetic arm to signify his time as a one-armed boxer. That's a reference to our Mass Effect list. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Watch it, please. So we head back to the party, and our boy and his mates all film a little TikTok video on their phone, and they have some choice words for the what I presume are the factions in the game.
Going on, so I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. The Panteros, the Idols, Marshall. The Saints are here to stay, baby.
Once we see this, we see the phone on the floor and it's cracked and there's blood all over it, and we see our boy get beaten up and dragged off and dumped into a grave and buried, which is bold, killing off the main character in the first 10 minutes. We haven't even played the game, so we're gonna flashback to what could only be a fever dream of a dying mind, and we're introduced to Marshall, which we believe should be one of the helpfully color-coded enemy types that we have to groin punch and corkscrew headbutt our way through later. It's also where our boy actually cut his teeth. It's where he learned to be an all-powerful murdering machine. I don't really bring this up because I'm pretty sure they've taken the interview system directly from the BritTwits YouTube channel. We went through 27 clones of Joel before we got the one. So we get little glimpses of our boy with his 3 roommates. Not Johnny Gap, not Kinsey, and not the smart one, which I guess is probably Kinsey again. God, I miss Kinsey. Kinsey was great. So after a couple of missions with Marshall, you end up losing your job. Unfortunate. But at that point, it's the inciting incident. So you end up joining together and building your own criminal enterprise. And that's sort of where the game really starts, at about the 3-hour mark. So I desperately wanted to enjoy this game. Maybe because I'm a little bit contrarian. I've seen all the reviews. I've seen people not really liking it. I'm a big Saints Row fan. I really enjoyed 2. I really enjoyed 4. They're 2 amazing games and they're really a lot of fun. But I see why people don't like this. I get it. I mean, maybe it's because it is a reboot. Maybe because it's for a new audience. Maybe they have to start again. They can't keep escalating past what was Saints Row 4. So maybe this is for a new audience. Maybe it isn't for me and for the people that have enjoyed Saints Row in the past. Maybe it's for a new set of people to start enjoying Saints Row from the very beginning, from pay dirt, right? At least you got to hope so. It still feels like a game from 16 years ago, which is kind of the problem. Right, so there are 2 main gameplay loops for Saints Row, which is the gunplay and the driving, right? And the controls are functional. Like, there's nothing wrong with them per se. They're not polished, right? It doesn't feel like they're polished. So like the gunplay, it seems easy, right? There's no real weight to anything. Like in Grand Theft Auto, in games that you're gonna compare it to and things like that, if you get a headshot with pretty much any weapon, the person you're shooting is probably gonna go down. Whereas in this game, it's more like Borderlands, where everyone has a health bar, everyone has a set number of bullets they need to take before they go down. And yeah, obviously headshots do more damage, but again, there's got to be an off counter somewhere which tells you how much damage each bullet's doing. That's what it feels like to me. It doesn't feel like a Grand Theft Auto. Like, it doesn't feel like the bullets have any weight. Moving on to driving, they again doesn't feel polished. Like it's not bad. It's not Cyberpunk levels of bad. It's fun. It's fun to drive. It's like Watch Dogs 2. There's some interesting ideas, like the whole jumping out of your car to get on top of the car so you can jump off it, things like that. That's cool, but I never used it in my 5 hours of playing. It was only a thing that came up during missions. It wasn't something I chose to do. And the idea that there's a drift button, which I thought was quite clever, but it isn't the same as a handbrake, which confused me. Like, with everything else, in most games you have a handbrake, which just allows you to throw the back end out, which means you control your drift yourself. This sort of continues you accelerating as long as you're holding the accelerator. And it feels weird. I presume I get more used to it as I go, but I don't know. Seems strange. So look, I tried really hard to get to 5 minutes on this, but I spent a bunch of time actually going over the story and the basic gameplay loops. So maybe I need to revisit this. But yeah, I'll end it there. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to come back and rush to finish this game. I might come back and play a little bit later, but it hasn't set my world alight in the first 5 hours. So for Saints Row, I'm going to give it a...
Hey, no reason to be hostile.
...out of 10. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, then give it a like, share it with your friends. If you didn't like it, then share it with your enemies. And don't tell them which one's which. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Be very confusing for them. Either way, hit the subscribe button as well, so you never miss an upload for us. And you've got a whole barrel of videos you can send to people you dislike, which is great. So over on that side or on that side, I'm not too sure. Either way, one of these sides you'll get some video suggestions from YouTube. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Give us some love in the comments. Let me know what you think of this format. Let me know if you think it's worth us continuing. And yeah, we appreciate all the love and support. Thank you very much for all your help. See you soon. Love you. Bye.